And due to the fact that no one outside there knew what time it was, we have to tell you a little story about where we come from. South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx.
1976, another person by the name of Grandmaster Flash emerges. Okay, he discovers that there are mixers that do exist, but they're not used by DJs and all that. Yeah, DJs are still using amps and knobs and stuff like that. Crossfaders are not in existence like for DJs yet. Every crossfader you see on a mixer is Grandmaster Flash's idea. He's never been paid for this, never, but it was him. Grandmaster Flash is not a DJ, he's an inventor. To this day, Panasonic, Sony, Toshiba has not given him royalties.
This is the mixer that was the first crossfade mixer in the Bronx. First one is the GLI Disco 3800.
Okay, now wait a minute. You said this is the first mixer in the Bronx, crossfader.
Yes, it was.
Now, that means that Grandmaster Flash made this?
Nah, he didn't make that. I don't think he ever made a mixer.
Okay, because I mean, I seen the KRS-One lecture, and KRS-One, you know, gets all respect for being, you know, a legend of hip hop. He did his thing. We just trying to get this history right. So he said that Grandmaster Flash invented the crossfader.
No, that's not possible. Matter of fact, Flash played on this in Mel Gwen's before he became big time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So, if you know, he didn't invent this. No way.
And you had this mixer in 1973, 74.
Yeah.
And you was playing in the parks with this crossfader.
Yes, I was.
Now you said he played on this in Mel Gwen's. What's that? What's Mel Gwen?
That was a club down at 42nd Street in Park Avenue.
Okay.
There used to be. I should play that. I used to play it like every weekend.
Oh yeah? Around what years is this?
Like I said, it's about 74, 75, 76.
So you was down there and Flash was down there?
Yeah, Flash came around with Starsky.
Okay.
Starsky asked me, you know, you can Flash, you know, play on the system because I didn't know Flash at that time. I think that's the first time I met him.
Okay.
So Flash came down and, you know, I said, all right, go ahead, let me play on the system. They started putting quarters on top of my turntable arms,
right.
And he started playing. But my needles was delicate, so they would move over. So I saw that, you know, he was mixing and the crowd was not reacting to it right, so I got back on the turntables. Yeah.
Power from a streetlight made the place dark, but yo, they didn't care. They turned it out. I know a few understand what I'm talking about. Remember Bronx River.
So you saying that you had this equipment and you brought it to Bronx River?
Yeah, I did.
Around what, 74, 75?
Right.
And tell me more about that. What happened?
Oh, I came in there and I had a coffin which said Cool DJ D on a black box with the turntables.
Right.
The mixer was mounted in there along with the preamp.
Right.
We needed electricity. The first time I played there, we played in a circle over there, outside the circle on the park bench, and I needed to get electricity, so I got electricity from Bambaataa. Gave it to me from out of his window.
For this equipment?
Yeah, for this equipment.
And do you know if that was like the first major jam in Bronx River?
Yeah, everybody was like, why am I doing this for? It's like, it seemed like you needed a reason to come outside back in there. What are you out here for? They thought it was something special or something. You know, what are you doing? Why you come out here for? What are you doing? What you bring the what's this? They never seen a disco outside. A club outside, a music outside, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's what it was. Everybody sitting around in a circle listening to the music, you know. We had already did it in Bronx though. So Bronx already, they knew what it was, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We brought it to Bronx River.
Power from a streetlight made the place dark.
Afrika Bambaataa was a visionary. He saw what hip hop was back in 74. And he told all the gangs in New York, listen, the more we shooting, robbing, and stealing and killing each other, none of us are gonna be anything, when none of us are gonna go anywhere. Everyone agreed, and they formed a new thing called Zulu Nation. Within Zulu Nation, which is all these gang members that just put down the rag, put down the gun, and they said, we're gonna do something positive. The whole city of New York, if you could just imagine that for a minute. We got a new thing now called Zulu Nation. And all the gangs joined Zulu Nation. Put down the rag, the guns, the this, the that, put it all down. And the new philosophy in the New York streets in 1974 was peace, love, unity, and having fun.
So now, 74, like I said, if we go back to this KRS lecture, he says 74. Was you the leader of the Spades at that time?
Yeah, I was still Spade at that time.
You was one of the leaders or the leader? Because I heard...
I was a leader. I was the president of the 1st Division, 1st Chapter that overlooked Soundview, Bronx River, Bronx, well, around Bronxdale. Anything out of Bronxdale was my area.
Wow. Okay, right. So Bronxdale was separate. That was the 1st Division.
Right.
That was separate.
Right.
So everything outside of that, around the area, you had, what, control of? You was the president of?
Yeah, it's under my umbrella, yeah.
Wow. So, because I'm hearing that Solsky was the president of Bronx River.
Solsky was the president of the Young Space, which I was a black space, so, you know, it put me over him. So we talk every now and then to see what he was doing at the time when he was alive.
Okay. So that means you was over Bambaataa at this time, 74, 75.
Yes, I was.
You was over Bambaataa.
Yes.
So the lecture I heard KRS gave that Bambaataa was the head of the Spades and that all of the gangs joined Zulu Nation in 1974.
No, that's not possible. No, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen in 1974. No, it didn't happen.
Okay.
I think Chaos S1, what, you know, it has his timeline. It's off a little. It's off.
Okay. And was this your only time you ever played in Bronx River? Did you play again?
Yeah, I played Bronx River plenty of times. Yeah, so we used to play. We moved from the circle to the stage. I played inside the Bronx River. We played every area around that you want to play in Bronx River. Yeah.
And this is when the Spades were still rocking. The Spades was...
Yeah, the Spades was going on at that time. Yeah.
Going on.
Yeah.
Was it other gangs like the Ghetto Brothers?
Yeah, it was other gangs. Ghetto Brothers, Savage No Mans.
In Bronx River?
Savage Skulls. I don't know about in Bronx River, no. I don't know about that. I can't be sure. I don't want to tell you something I'm not sure.
Right.
But no, I never heard any Savage Skull in Bronx River, no. Or it was outside the gang. You know. Right. And they mostly would, you know, consist of Latin people at that time. The Ghetto Brothers,
right.
The Savage No Mans, and the Savage Skulls, and most Latin brothers.
Okay, so when you played in Bronx River 74, 75, do you remember Zulu Nation at all at that time?
I never heard of Zulu Nation at that time, no.
No. Okay, so was these other gangs, the Ghetto Brothers, Savage No Mans, was they joining Bronx River division of Spades? I mean, you know, like was they together? I mean, I'm just trying to make sense out of what KRS said. You know?
No. It was more of a. They had their own entity, their own gang. They had their own territory.
Right.
You know what I mean? No. They wasn't joining up with the Spades. No.
It was a group of b-boys.
Yeah, Flash was a b-boy.
Right. Right.
Flash was a b-boy. You know what Flash's name was?
I remember you told me that.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man.
Yep.
You said Flash.
Yeah.
And the thing went right through my mind. KRS once said,
76, this guy named Grandmaster Flash invents the Crossfader. To this very day, when you walk in any electronic store and you see a mixer with a Crossfader, Flash is supposed to be getting royalties.
he invented the Crossfader.
No, bullshit.
That's not true neither.
No,
I just want to know where is he getting his information from?
I have no idea. I have nothing to say
But-
to him, for him. I have no beefs with him. I don't know him. Don't need to. No
But
beefs.
did you hear the story? Like he said,
I've heard that crap.
In a lot,
No.
empty lot he kicked over or something.
No.
A mic toggle switch is a little round thing and it had a switch, and you go click, click, on, off. That's all it does. It's a switch. It's a toggle. It has a little thing and a ball on the front. It's like on, off. He kicked it. It was garbage. He picked it up, started thinking about it. On, off, on, off. He's a certified electrician. Went home with this thing, hooked it up to his turntables. He clicked one, that came on. Click this, it didn't come on. Why? Because it's off. So he made off on. So now you got two ons. One shuts the other one off but plays this. The other one shuts that off and plays this. The crossfader is invented now. Grandmaster Flash is not a DJ, he's an inventor.
No. No. What Flash may have done was build his own system.
That became the crossfader, right?
They had crossfaders.
Okay.
He just built one of his own. He didn't invent anything.
Okay.
And Flash may have done that because Flash was an electrician. That's what he went to school for.
Okay.
Okay? He's an electrician. He's certified as that.
Okay.
Okay? So that part, you see how people do? That's like saying a dude took some engine parts, built a car, and all of a sudden some fool comes around and says he invented the automobile. How the hell you invent the automobile? It's been around here forever. There's a dude who invented it. What the hell are you talking about? You built a car, and you made your car. Now somebody say, yo, my man, Big Mike.
Right.
I seen that nigga invent the automobile.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right.
Same thing.
All right, so let's get back to the B-boys you were
Yeah.
digging up. You were shouting out Tony Fuji, right?
Yeah, Mr. Fuji. Tony Fuji Leland. That's my man.
Let me ask you. Now, you said you was the first Zulu king from uptown.
Absolutely. There were none.
So, okay, so was other gangs, like the Peacemakers, the Ghetto Boys,
Ghetto Brothers.
Ghetto Brothers, was they joining Zulu Nation?
No, they're separate entities. Peacemakers had their own crew. They had a crew called Fun City.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What, B-boy crew?
Some of them were
Or just
B-boys.
music?
Some of them B-boys. Some of them
Just-
play music. My man D. Lele, he did some DJing and everything like that. But they
Lele
had their
was-
own crew over there by Vice Avenue.
I thought
And they
Lele
called
was
them,
a spade.
that's Redhead Lele.
Okay.
There's two Leles.
Okay.
Redhead Lele is a spade. Then there's Peacemaker Lele.
Okay, so
Two different people.
So in '75, when you first '76,
Right.
when you first started getting with Zulu Kings, '75, '76,
Right, that era, yeah.
was other gangs joining Zulu too, like like the Ghetto Brothers?
No.
No.
No. Not that I know about. No.
Right.
Not that I know
Zulu
about.
was basically a Bronx River thing.
When it started, that area, not just Bronx, the area.
The area.
The area, not
Right.
just Bronx River,
Okay.
but the area. You
75,
got the
76,
Dale,
77.
Soundview, all that
Right.
area. But it was pretty much just Soundview area, right? That's why when they talk about me being the first Zulu king uptown.
Right.
All the original Zulu kings
Okay.
are from that
That
area.
area. Okay, now there was Ghetto Brothers in the Soundview area. There was Savage Nomads in the Soundview area.
Yeah, some.
Was they joining Zulu?
Not that I know about. Not that I know about.
You had a pardon me. I'm still trying to figure out where KRS gets this. All the gangs join Zulu.
Within Zulu Nation, which is all these gang members that just put down the rag, put down the gun, and they said, we're gonna do something positive. The whole city of New York, if you could just imagine that for a minute. We got a new thing now called Zulu Nation. And all the gangs join Zulu Nation.
He gets it because it ain't true. I mean,
He said
and that's
all
not.
the
Let me explain
gangs,
to you.
right.
That's not a knock on Bam
KRS
at all.
KRS is
That's
our
the knock
brother.
on KRS.
No, yeah, but he's our brother. I'm not here to try to.
Yeah,
come out.
he's whatever he is.
We just trying to get this history straight. So
Yeah, that's no, that's not true.
because
That's
he
not
said
true. Yeah, I heard it. I saw it. I heard it.
all of the gangs.
I heard
joined
everything he
Zulu.
said, and when you asked me then,
Right.
and I'm on tape. What did I tell you?
Right. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's nonsense.
Right.
That's not true.
Right. Wow.
That's exaggerated, and you need to understand. Bam doesn't say that. Bambaataa, and that's my point. You know, Bambaataa doesn't make those claims. Bambaataa doesn't make those claims. Not at all, ever. Ever. That's the media or these other people who want to jump on the bandwagon or want to sound telling other people, you know, academics or whoever they're talking to, in order to sound like they're enlightened and professorial or whatever it is, and they want to make something sound romanticized or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Bambaataa himself has never said that, and I need you to really say that, and I'm saying that and on air. Bambaataa has never, ever made that claim. So people need to stop having animosity towards him because he's not the person saying all that. You know, but I understand how people will want the truth, and I mean, you know, it wasn't like Bam ain't never say, all right, and I heard what KRS said, and I'm going by what is in that tape because I heard it.
Right.
This man told all the gangs to put all the gangs in New York City to put their bullshit. Didn't happen.
Right.
The gangs faded out because we were youth gangs. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Like it ain't like today. You see cats who are Damu, Blood, Crip, grown men.
Right.
You know, you get cats.
It's generational.
It's generational.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Same way it is in the West Coast. It's generational.
Right.
The youth gangs of our era were not generational. That was something that took place in a very specific capsule, a very specific time frame, late 60s to mid 70s.
Right.
And basically, and I'm on record as saying that in another interview with Davey D. What did it, hip hop music did some of it, but really age. You know, you think about it, you've posted on several times. What did a lot of the original Spades do?
Right.
They got jobs.
And the police started shooting them, right?
Well, that's the other part.
Right.
The police, that's the thing with Soulskin.
Could I say that that's the beginning of police shootings as far as like in the city, just randomly shooting black men?